John, with a free week behind you, I know you talked a couple of weeks back about conceding goals and scoring goals. Now you were trying to get that balance right. What have you been working on now you've had a bit of an opportunity with the free week to do that, to address that?
Just things that we normally do, really. Not putting too much pressure on the back four, because at the end of the day, it's the whole team really that you get clean sheets from, as you do from scoring goals as well. So no, say we've been doing okay. There's not a lot to change. So I think it's more individual mistakes that we've conceded goals rather than the shape of the team or anything. So we just got to concentrate a little bit more, and hopefully clean sheets will come.
Is that kind of symptomatic of this level, though? Because this is League Two, and mistakes are going to creep into individual players' game.
They do, and you even see it at the top level. But no, do they say? I think goals win games and clean sheets win titles. So obviously, the less you concede, obviously the better. I think there's teams above us who've not scored as many, but obviously we've got more points. So kept more clean sheets. So something that we've got to do more of, but hopefully that'll come.
And at the other end, as you say, you are scoring more goals now. I know that was something you were very keen to look at in the summer, and they're also coming from all over the pitch as well. It's not just the centre forwards who are scoring. Yeah,
and that comes about from how we play. Plenty of movement, getting bodies into the box. Whether we're playing with one up front, two up front, however we play, the important thing is movement and having shots. And I think we've improved on set pieces as well. We're a bit more dangerous now on corners, so that obviously makes a difference.
Just give us an update on the injuries. I know you've got one or two long term, but the shorter term ones, Reece Brown on the bench last Saturday and such. So is that looking a bit more positive now?
Yeah, it's just Manny and Tom Conlon. Callum's about a few days away, not too far away, and everybody else is fit. So we're getting more or less back to full strength again.
And there is, of course, selection headaches that come with that. Good ones, I know, but you've still got to be able to keep players happy who would perhaps expect to be in the team and aren't.
Yeah, you never keep people happy. The main thing is getting results. If we're getting results, then the team can more or less pick itself. But no, we've got competition, and that's what you want. And there'll always be people out of the team who, if they're happy, then it's not normal as a football player.
You've got, as you say, competition there, but in terms of the size of the squad, are you relatively happy with that now to get you through to January when you perhaps might need to refresh things, and the size of it particularly?
Yeah, very much so. We've had to bring in a couple because of the amount of injuries that we've had, but overall, we've done well. So I think it was important that we got enough bodies in to see us through to January, and hopefully come January we're in a strong position.
Have you talked to Carol at all yet about what happens come January? If you are in a good position, then you would consider perhaps pushing on a little bit more. Has that come up yet?
We're constantly talking, every week. We talk about, where we can improve, not only by bringing players in, but what can we do for the players? Such as Manny. If why is Manny getting injuries? Can we do something to help him? No, it's refreshing to have an owner who pays so much interest and and realises the importance of looking after the players.
One of the players in particular, Christian Montano, this week kind of opened up about his problems and the issues that he's had with his mental health. From a manager's point of view, when you see a player going through that, is it good that they kind of open up and be quite open about it? Because I suppose it helps you manage them.
I think in life in general, I think for anybody who's in that position, then it's important that they've got people to talk to, and hopefully they realise the players that we've got, if there is anybody going through anything, then there's plenty of people who can go to. But as a manager, it's a big part of your job trying to notice when may be a dip in form or a mood of a player. So you're always constantly looking and having a chat if you think there's something wrong.
Has that changed a lot from when you first started out managing as well? Because obviously, the awareness of mental health and stuff is not as great then as it is now.
Yeah, it's changed massively. if you weren't winning, you got bollocking. If you were winning, then you were doing great. So no, it's I think everybody's more aware of things nowadays. There was a lot of ignorance. Obviously, when I grew up and up until recently, not just mental health issues, but loads of issues. So no, things are a lot better in some ways, but obviously people are a little bit softer than what they were years ago as well.
And going to Macclesfield at the weekend, it's a place you know well. You know the drainage right down to the side on the pitch, don't you? But when you go there, is there any still emotional connection for you because of the amount of time you spent there and what you achieved?
There won't be on Saturday now, because all the emotion will be for Port Vale to win, and it's nice to go back. Hopefully, we can go back and get a win. But as regards emotion, you don't have too much emotion in football.
You beat them, of course, in the trophy a few weeks back as well. Psychologically, how does that play into the preparation for the game?
From our point of view, I don't think it has much bearing. Whether it affects them, I don't know. But because they'll be a different team than what we played on that day. So, no, we obviously our players are confident. They've had a few draws, not won for a while. So obviously we're in a better position than they are at the moment. But every game's different. We've got to make sure that we're up for this game and we perform like we have done.
Do you feel that the team is perhaps better equipped to deal with a game like this than perhaps it was last year?
Yeah, I think for every game this season we have been. We've got more options. I think we've got a better squad. I think the team's fitter, and but things can soon change. We don't get ahead of ourselves. We know the importance of Saturday's game. It's a massive game for us, because if we can get to 20 points after 13 games, it puts us in a real good position, and that's the main concentration really, is to this next 2 or 3 games. To if we can perform well, we know we can get points.
And you've got 1,700 odd fans behind you as well on Saturday. That's not bad going.
No, it's huge, and I've been there before when Vale have come, and when they get behind that bottom goal, it's not nice for the home keeper at all, because they're so close, and he's a young keeper as well, who made a couple of errors on last Saturday against Cambridge, and that was the reason why they didn't win the game. So I wouldn't like to be their keeper tomorrow.